Okay, I am going to introduce Fonda Loxton, who is our, now I can't remember your title.
Director of Enterprise Programs.
Director of Enterprise Programs, and she's going to kind of go over the project website with us, and we'll talk about a couple of our new upcoming projects. And feel free to ask questions as we go along. And we have a couple of other people here that are going to speak to some of these projects as well. So we'll go ahead and get started. And
Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you for attending. So just to kind of give you a recap of the website, it is projects.ok.gov, which you guys are probably familiar with already. And in there we have several tabs with some great information. The current projects tab here that I'm hovering over is a complete list of all of our projects that we have going on for the state that have had budgets actually assigned to them or estimates. So they're anything over $100,000 is out there on that list, and you can export it out in Excel and take a look at that. The upcoming projects tab, which is what we're on, we'll talk about in a few minutes. The opportunity maps is a 3-year graphical representation by agency of the projects that they anticipate over the next 3 years or projects that they're going to be requesting budget for. Events, which I assume is how you found out about this. That's where we'll post anything that we have coming, the quarterly information, things, and all of that. So the upcoming projects, how this forum usually works for those that are not familiar, we bring in a couple projects that we have not entirely budgeted for, but we know that they are on our horizon. We know that we have agencies or ourselves that are looking for solutions in these areas, and then we bring in the staff to talk about those. So I think we have a couple today. And did we not? Oh, yeah. So the first one that we want to talk about is the telecom expense management system and processes. And I think we have Allie Larman, which is our manager over the telecom area within our IT department, to tell you a little bit about what she's thinking and what she's looking for.
Hey, thank you for being here today. To give a little background on the telecom expense management, as many of you know, we've been going through quite a bit of changes on the voice communication side and throughout all of the agencies. So we are seeing the need for some auditing of our telecommunications invoices. This is something that I would like to see as a potential service offering to agencies as they request this service. It would not be something that we would want to do all at once across the entire state of Oklahoma. What I'm looking for here is an offering that I could extend to an agency at a time as they would like to utilize the ability to have their telecommunications, their wireless, their data invoices, potentially even their hosted licenses in some cases. In some of the research I've done, there seems to be good ways for that to be managed through some of the telecommunication expense management applications or services that are out there. So we're really looking for this to be a SaaS service. We're looking for this to be something that we can offer out to our individual agencies, but I would like to see it roll up to one big OMES system. So if we were to pull reports based on all of the agencies that are on this service, we can see how we might utilize some of our buying power with some of our vendors and also with some of the services that that agencies are currently paying for. So that's kind of the high level on this one. I have a couple of agencies that are asking about this type of service. They're asking if we have anything like this. And so I'm kind of looking for what the options are out there. Do you all have any questions for me on this one? I'd really like the initial audit of the services they have today to potentially pay for that first year of the offering. That would be ideal. I don't know if that's feasible, but it definitely is something that would be an ideal way to get them kick-started into this type of a service. Any questions for me on this?
If you have any questions, you can type them in the chat box as well.
The initial agency that I've had making queries, they estimated their annual telecom spend at about $500,000. Just to kind of give you an idea on one of the agencies.
Okay. I don't see any questions in the chat box. Does anybody want to mic in with additional questions for Allie? Okay. If we don't have anything else, then we'll let Allie go, and we will move on to the next project, and which is the State Board Member. I can't talk. State Board Member Management Solution. And Sarju Shah, our Director of IT Strategy, is going to speak to that for us today.
Right. So as Glenda said, hello everyone. We're going to talk about a request we've been getting a lot from boards and commissions for some kind of paperless meeting software for when boards and commissions convene. Basically, the features we're looking for is be able to create board member pages and packets, multi-user authoring and approvals, be able to store and do kind of management of all the materials. We have the ability for e-signatures, capture meeting minutes, be able to vote or poll board members on any significant items that might need to be voted on. Manage agendas and policies, should be able to be compatible with phones, tablets, as well as desktop devices. Needs to be a SaaS solution. We're not looking for any on-premise footprint, and it should be designed for small governing bodies. Again, just like the TEM, we're looking for this as a subscription service that can be offered to agencies. We're not looking to buy licenses for the entire state at this time. And any material stored in motion or at rest should be properly secured. And only board members that are authorized should be able to see their subset of documentation. So that's that for that particular project. Any questions?
I think we've hit a new record for not having questions. You can type your questions in the chat box as well. If you want to provide a demonstration on either one of these projects, contact me at sam@omes.ok.gov, and I'll be happy to set up a demo with the appropriate people within OMES, and we look forward to hearing from you. Unless Fonda has anything else you'd like to add, I think that we have discussed everything that we have prepared today. We did not have a projects meeting in August. We will have another one in February of 2019, so look forward to that. And unless there's any more questions, we will be done for today. Thank you, guys.